Hi there, everyone. This is MKGR, and this is a conversational overview of the new Lexus GX. Now, Lexus GX has been out for a long time. They don't get redesigned often, and they're very reliable, very good off-roaders. Most people don't actually take them off-roading. Mostly it's like the capability and be able to go water, and the V8 was very reliable. And on my Consumer Reports little subscription, with dependability, the ratings is like a perfect score. It was the most reliable car. This new one is, it's not the old style one where it is a, man, I never loved the last generation one. The rear end lights look pretty good, but it was very soft looking and it wasn't really that distinctive. This one looks awesome. It really does look sick. Some people called it the Lexus G-Wagon. I think it's a little bit more Defender-like. Not so much the current Defender. That one is, I think more smooth overall and this like futuristic retro. I actually thought, it's more like the LR4. In the rear here, the LR4, you have this kind of narrow but tall situation. And in the Lexus, you have that same thing where it's narrow and tall, that kind of look right there. I know that's a kind of small distinction. People are going to debate what it looks like. People say the G-Wagon, but to me, that looks much more retro 70s, 40s, Jeep Wrangler kind of look. The G-Wagon looks great, but this is a very... a lot more sophisticated of a design than some Lexus models. I think this is their best looking model. Maybe it's because the Defender look, the sharp angles throughout the body with the boxy design, the tallness of it, especially this over-trail version with the all-terrain tires and all that. It's a looker for sure. I really enjoy how it looks. The last one, very soft, very, very frumpy. This one, I think, in every way on the outside is better, besides one detail. This rear window right here, it used to just go down like a window. The Tundra still does it in the rear window, where it rolls down. This is the more, I guess, typical design where they just like lift it up where you can put groceries in there. I think for a lot of people this is nice, but I do like the advantage of some of the Toyota products that did do the roll down rear window, because you have that open feel and you don't have that buffeting in the rear. I think it's a better design, at least for the off-roader, for that feel, but I think it'll be just fine, especially if they do a good sunroof. It'll make up for it, but that's the only kind of knock I give it. But the rear wiper and all that, it looks rugged. It looks solid. And I don't really have any complaints on the exterior of it. It looks phenomenal. I think the front end is done one of their better designs. It has this hourglass grille design, but it has, I guess, these whiskers or these like, eye mascara, going down because it's wet or something like that. It looks kind of like black paint for a footballer, stylized. And it looks great. The interior, though, is it's good. So if you look at the newer RX, for example, or any of the new Lexus products, they've all been doing this 12.3-inch screen with the dials showing the temperature within them. And they've been homogeneous. At least the newer RX has the same gear shifter, similar steering wheels, and the like. It's pretty universal. This one has a more straight up design where it's more boxy. I guess the whole thing is more boxy. I do think it looks better. It doesn't look that much different from other ones in the lineup. You can tell it's parts sharing, but it looks good throughout. The seats and all of it are the same the seats are the same of of other Lexus models. So this one right here, the seats just has a little bit of microfiber in this green, just a little accent piece, but mostly the same. The trunk space of it Yeah. So this looks like a huge trunk. If you ever get the chance, go to auto show or whatever, or just been around a GX, a lot of them are 3 rows, and the non-off-road versions, dedicated off-road version, will have 3 rows. And you can tell by the area where the armrest is in this picture, or B-roll that may be showing, it will intrude on third row space, and the last one had a very small real estate to work with. The third row really cuts into your practicality. With just 2 rows on the Overtrail version, it is a very big space. The seats fold and flip up out of the way, so it's cavernous, really. So it's looks like it's more practical, and it's all on the more modern Lexus design architecture. That architecture, though, does get rid of the V8. Now, the V8 on the last one didn't get good MPG, but it was very reliable. Been around the block forever. Like the Tundra, they're doing a twin-turbo V6. I believe it's the exact same V6. This drivetrain initially was launched on the Lexus LS, I believe, before it went to the Tundra, and I believe they did some work before it went to the Tundra, and I don't know if it's as nice as the V8 in terms of reliability. But you're thinking if it downsized, it's a more efficient vehicle. And you know what? It is. By single MPG. I don't know how Lexus has, or Toyota in general, have phenomenal hybrid vehicles that get great MPG. The Sienna minivan gets 36 MPG. That's great. And they have this new drivetrain for their products, their truck-based products, this V6 twin turbo. And it is barely any better than the V8. Now, that's because they designed it to meet certain standards, to have good torque, to have good power. It's definitely better for the environment. Efficiency is not that much better, probably because the twin turbos, I bet if this was a naturally aspirated V6, it'd be much better. But, you know, you're getting rid of the V8 and you're having a more strained engine. Reliability is still probably going to be great with the Lexus, but it's a little bit more up there, and you're really only getting a small improvement in fuel economy, but you're getting a better performance improvement, which for a lot of people probably is what you want in the first place, but you know, it is there. The other versions have less towing capacity. The Premium and the Overtrail are the only ones that have full 8,000 pound towing. This is like good mid-size truck, or really full size, like 1500 or F-150 kind of style. A lot of those get like 7,000 pound towing. I know they can go up to like 11,000 pounds with certain configurations, but this one is, I mean, that's good. I mean, especially if you're using this to tow like a light boat or a car, or really anything. It could do anything anything that most people recreationally would do. Like if you bought some jet skis, small boat, like a used one, maybe, because boats are very expensive. And if you're spending, 60 grand on a boat, you might as well buy a more hefty truck, but I digress. This should do everything for hobbyist needs, or, well, lifestyle choices, really. I think it looks great. Again, the interior comes in semi-aniline leather, which is probably the way to go if you can. Reason I recommend semi-aniline leather on this vehicle, I don't believe most people are going to be off-roading it. Not really. It has all the bells and whistles to off-road well. But leather, when you introduce it to water, has some undesirable characteristics, how it ages and deteriorates. Semi-aniline leather is impregnated in a way where it's better with that. It will look new for longer, and it's a great material. I think semi-aniline leather on Lexuses are phenomenal, and this vehicle right here will be a true luxury off-road bargain compared to the G-Wagon. I think, because any new Toyota Lexus product in the last year or two, maybe 3, I don't know how long they've been doing this, they haven't been releasing the price at all. When it comes to pricing, the last gen Lexus RX to the current one wasn't much of a price difference, despite being a full redesign and being significantly better, in my opinion. Looks, packaging wasn't great, but it was fine. But regardless, I don't think that they're going to go up too much on it. The price range on the last one was 59 grand to 69 for options, right? Expect to be a few grand more. I don't think it's gonna be drastically more based off Toyota's history. It's hard to tell because it's a truck-based one, and this platform being made in Japan, imported here in the States, versus the Tacoma's made in Mexico, Baja California, Tundra made here in Texas and San Antonio area. I don't know what the price is going to be. If it is the same price as it is today, or within a few grand, it's going to be a pretty compelling offer because it will start at where a Wrangler Rubicon is about. And Wranglers, you can add a lot of options to them. The base ones start off with like crank windows and stuff like that. So you're going to have some price parity at the beginning if the price is about the same. They won't tell the price till like the last few months before it releases in early 24. The Land Rover Defender is probably its closest competition. That starts at 69 grand for the equivalent wheelbase. There's a longer wheelbase and shorter one. This is the mid-size version. But as you can see, they go up the 80s pretty fast. They don't have great acceleration time, depending on how you put it. And you're paying a premium for it. You're paying a premium for the styling and the brand. However, despite this V6 not being as tried and true tested as the V8, I am certain it's going to be better than Defender. And I am certain, even without seeing them, that the Lexus is going to be nicer inside for my history of Land Rovers and modern Lexuses. So, if that's the case, it's going to be similar prices to the Land Rover Defender, probably a little better value. The horsepower numbers, 349, 479 pound-feet torque. This is probably going to be significantly faster than the Defender. Starts at 6 seconds, 7 seconds. This probably is a sub 6 second car, probably 5 second car. Doesn't say explicitly, at least at the time of recording, what the performance numbers are, depending on the model, but it looks like it's pretty good. And compared to a Lexus G-Wagon, which some people do compare it to, from, a reputable brand that is very fashion forward, and a lot of people that are going to have these Lexuses are going to be more of a fashion statement. They're not going to be so much used to their full potential. Of course, maybe the Overtrail will get some more people, but the price of the G-Wagon is well over 100 grand, 130, 140 grand starting apparently. So it's going to be priced relatively better unless they do an enormous increase. It's going to be TBD. And of course, price determines what your car is compared against, which changes everything. Thankfully, that there isn't that much competition here. At the high end of a Wrangler or Bronco, you touch this, but a Wrangler and Bronco are not as nice. Removable tops, more affordable entries are available, and you're touching into the high performance versions for the Lexus you get. The G-Wagon is way more premium, and the Defender is probably its closest competitor when it comes to pricing. But overall, the new Lexus GX looks way better. It's going to be very reliable relative to the competition it's dealing with, which isn't saying much. But I think, versus a Bronco or a Defender, G-Wagon, all that, this is going to be the way to go to daily drive it. Its efficiency isn't great, but everything about it So it looks inside and out. The quality of this vehicle is going to be compelling. The price is TBD, but assuming similar market position, I think it's going to have a successful time. And it'll be interesting to see how popular they are, if this changes anything at all. If more people buy them, or it's just going to be a niche vehicle that, some people buy. It'll be interesting to see. Anyways, this channel is more of a conversational car news when it comes out. Any car, really, not just the fun stuff. And just have a conversation about it, what we feel about it, and where we see it going. This car, I know it's going to be popular. I know it's going to be around. And it's going to look pretty good doing it. So there's not much else to say unless you actually drive the thing, which I'm not, of course. So hopefully this has been informative to some of y'all, and take care. Bye.